Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you don't know me, again, my name is Tim. I take landscape photography. But today we're doing something different. We're gonna talk about gear, and we're gonna talk about putting the iPhone to the test with a mirrorless camera. Really, we're talking about two things here. Is the first one is, can the iPhone compete in making videos and making photos, or do you have to invest in an expensive camera as like a Sony or a Canon or a Nikon? And so if you have stumbled here this morning or what time you are now, that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's go. So the first thing that I noticed is that in the iPhone, especially in the iPhone XR, that if it's zoomed in, the quality of it tends to disappear a little bit. So that's one of the cons that I found with an iPhone. However, there's a lot of pros that you can have with an iPhone. Like everyone has a phone. Everyone can record videos, and it's so accessible. You can do a lot of run and gun type of videos and photos. So if you need to capture something really quickly and it's in the moment, you can do that with a phone. Unlike if you have a mirrorless camera, you always have to have it with you everywhere, and sometimes you don't have access to it. Another pro that I found is that there's a lot of apps now that you can use to have manual settings on your phone. So if in the mirrorless camera, you can shoot manual, where you can set your frame rate, you can set your shutter speed, your aperture, and your ISO, and you can also do that with an iPhone with different apps. The Moment app, the ProTake app, and I'm sure there's more out there that you can use, and you can have manual controls over your camera just like you would do in a mirrorless camera. One con though that I found is that you can't change the lens in your iPhone. Although you can buy some like Moment lenses or BitPlay lenses where you can add perspective in your phone, like the anamorphic, the tele, and the wide angle. But if you have the XR, you're kind of stuck with one focal length. However, speaking to these accessories, they're typically not as expensive as the accessories or lenses in the mirrorless camera. The stabilizers, the Moment lenses, they are not super expensive compared to if you're buying a gimbal or stabilizer for a mirrorless camera. So to me, that's a pro. Yes, it takes some money, however, it's not as expensive. Overall, I think Apple did a pretty good job with their cameras. You can make great films with it. It's very accessible to you. Moving on to the mirrorless cameras, I believe that I found that, in my opinion at least, that the quality of the videos and photos are typically much better. You can also have access to wide options of lenses where you can get your aperture really wide and have some great bokeh on your videos and your photos. The con for that is that it's very expensive. These lenses can sometimes cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and for a hobby, or if this is just something you want to do, it's typically not worth it, especially if you are planning something to do with your life, and if you're trying to invest in a car or a house. But if this is something that you want to do with your career, and you want to be a photographer and a videographer, a mirrorless camera or full frame cameras are a great investment. You just got to be wise in where you put your money, because they are not cheap. But overall, Sony or a mirrorless camera is a better option, better quality for videos and photos. And if this is something you want to do, then it's time to invest. And so we come back to our two questions. Can the iPhone compete? Well, yes, it can. Now, obviously, there's going to be some issues, there's going to be some cons to an iPhone compared to a mirrorless camera. But at the same time, a mirrorless camera also has its own pros and cons. But really what I'm trying to say here is, if you are a creator, if you are an aspiring creator, if you're doing something that you are passionate about in creating videos or whatnot, gear shouldn't be an issue for you. Everyone has a phone these days, and even if it's just an iPhone 6, we've tried it. I have a old iPhone 6s that still works, and we took it out for a video and it still works fine. But let not be the gear in this coming year. If that's your goal, let not be gear be the one that stops you. Everyone has phones, and if you want to upload on YouTube, you want to upload Instagram or whatever you want to do, start somewhere. Start creating videos now with your phone. And so I hope this encouraged you and helped you guys. And as usual, as every people who make videos here, if you like this, if you find this encouraging, if you found any value in this, please press the like button and subscribe. Well, that's all. Thanks, and have a good week.